Good morning, America.
This isn't America. This is Russia.
Oh. Good morning, Russia. I'm Andy Lara.
And I'm Connor Madison. And today we're going to be talking about the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, why it's happening, and who's involved. The involvement of which the people who we will be talking about is over 12 countries. Want to elaborate, Andy?
Okay, so let's first create a picture in our mind, okay? Here is Ukraine, and then bordering it is Russia. Not too far over here is Germany. So Germany's here, Russia's here, Ukraine's here. Russia sent 40,000 troops into northern Ukraine and had them stationed there for a long time. However, NATO, which is located in Brussels, Germany, NATO stands for National Atlantic Treaty Organization. So NATO had Russia tell them that they will withdraw their troops. They will withdraw all 40,000 of their troops out of Ukraine and pull them back into Russia. However, Russia did lie about that. They said, okay, we will pull our troops out of that area and we will take them back. Russia took 400 or 500 out of those 40,000 troops and didn't even get them completely out of the border. They just got them to the border but didn't actually cross it. So all of their troops are still in Ukraine, about 500 of them by Russia's borders, then the rest of them are over in northern Ukraine still. So the reason of this is because Russia, as a country, we are thinking of taking over Ukraine over time. So the way to do this, the only thing that is protecting Ukraine at this moment is NATO and their treaties. The treaties that NATO has in document between Russia and Ukraine have created peace between the two, or at least temporary peace. So that is making it so then the Russians cannot attack Ukraine without getting in big trouble. So NATO has, as we mentioned earlier, it has 12 different countries as part of it. That's inside of the NATO.
Which of the few important ones include the US, the UK, Canada, France, and Italy. Those are 5 of the big countries who are involved in it.
That is true. So there are 12 countries, and Russia is one country. So it's not like if Russia does harm Ukraine, they have a lot coming for them. And so they decided, okay, what we are going to do is we are going to, if here is Germany, NATO is about the center of it, okay? Russia is over here with Ukraine bordering it, like I said. Okay, Russia has decided that they're going to take this northern coast, which borderlines Germany. They're going to take 10,000 troops and march them to NATO and destroy their headquarters. So like I said earlier, Ukraine, the only defense from Russia attacking Ukraine is NATO treaties. So if Russia destroys NATO, then they will completely wipe out all of Ukraine in 4 to 5 days.
And a note to add on to this is that they've taken all of communication away from Ukraine. They have cut their phone lines. They have basically waged cyber warfare on them, taking everything that they can communicate outside of Ukraine. They've pretty much isolated Ukraine by itself, so it can't come into contact with any other countries.
That is completely true. For example, if you get put into a box, not just any box, not like a cardboard box. If you get put into a box, then nothing can get in, nothing can get out, whether it is tangible or untangible. So whether it's air, whether it's sound, whether it's light, no matter what it is, it cannot get in or out. That is what Russia is hoping to do to Ukraine. They are hoping that they will unseal Ukraine so that they cannot tell anyone if something's happening. So our ideas are that Russia is going to come destroy the NATO so that NATO is out of the way. So that treaty is now gone, and they are able to have kind of a free-for-all with Ukraine at this point. Ukraine has been donating all of their weaponry to Russia, and then Russia betrayed them by like starting to march into their land. So it's not like Ukraine has very many weapons right at this moment because they've been giving them all to Russia. Now Russia's using them against them, which is giving Russia an insanely unfair advantage.
Now, there is an upside and a downside to this. The upside is more land. They get all of the manufacturing supplies that Ukraine gave them before. It's now Russia's. The downfall is that they attack NATO, they attack Ukraine. Once those other countries find out, it's going to be war between all those countries and Russia and whoever decides. Pretty much beginning of World War III, in a sense.
That is completely true also. So there are tons of different... There are 12 countries, and each of them have a designated representative for NATO. And every one of those 12 countries, one of their representatives, of course, is in a high authority. They have a very important job in their country because they are protecting their country and protecting different areas of the world too. So, I mean, like for example, Ukraine isn't part of the NATO team, except they are still protected because of NATO. So even if it's not your country, you protect throughout the whole world. So NATO is a very important thing, and so if Russia destroys NATO, then they not only have Ukraine free, but they have many different countries that we don't even know about. So Ukraine is just on the immediate border, which is allowing Russia to know, okay, well that is an easy place for us to attack. It's a small land, less weapons, just wipe it out, take it for ourselves.
And although this is an excellent opportunity for Russia, isn't the best we could do, because we will get land, but will it cost the lives that we've taken during the oncoming war that would precede what would come from attacking Ukraine, attacking the NATO? So the question is, would it be worth it? Do the benefactors outweigh the bad things that would come out of it?
Now that is an important question. Because there are many different possible outcomes. Russia could either, one, expand insanely. Russia could take over all of Ukraine and possibly even more land, and take it to be theirs, and expand, grow, and make more weapons. However, that Russia could also be torn down from all 12 of those countries that are part of the NATO committee, and it could start World War III, causing a lots of danger throughout the world, whether you are part of Russia and Ukraine and NATO, or whether you're not.
And to add on to this, I would like to point out that another thing that could happen is if we take the right steps, Russia might be able to take Ukraine without angering all those countries. If they don't attack NATO, if we took a different approach, we might be able to. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem very likely.
That is completely true also. So this report was pretty recent, and so there is not too much information about this yet. However, we will get back to you on more information later.
And one more fact before we go. Russia has been testing out a new cruise missile, a land missile pretty much, that in near Ukraine. So the U.S. now knows about it, and the U.S. knows that Russia is preparing for war in a sense.
All right. Well, with that, we will leave you be. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time.